Hello, my friend. Did you know your breakfast might be silently working against your health? That seemingly innocent bowl of cereal or glass of juice could be slowly draining your energy, weakening your muscles, and even accelerating age-related issues you've worked hard to avoid. Many seniors are unknowingly starting their day with the wrong foods that spike blood sugar, cause energy crashes, and rob the body of essential nutrients. But here's the good news. With just a few small changes, you can transform your mornings into a powerful foundation for strength, mobility, and vitality. Let me tell you about Phyllis, a 75-year-old woman who used to begin every morning with low-fat yogurt and a muffin. She thought she was eating light and healthy, but she kept feeling tired, stiff, and mentally foggy. It wasn't until she spoke with a nutritionist that she realized her so-called healthy breakfast was sabotaging her. Once she swapped in full-fat Greek yogurt, eggs, and berries, her energy soared. Her morning walks no longer felt like a chore, they became a joy. You see, as we age, the body becomes more sensitive to the foods we eat. What worked for us in our 40s or 50s doesn't always support us in our 60s, 70s, or beyond. Our digestion slows down. Muscle mass becomes harder to maintain. Blood sugar levels fluctuate more easily. That's why breakfast, the first fuel we give our bodies each day, matters more than ever. Unfortunately, many breakfast foods marketed as healthy are anything but. They're loaded with refined sugars, stripped of fiber, and completely lacking in the proteins and fats we need to maintain our strength and stamina. Over time, these foods chip away at your muscles, your joints, and your ability to move freely. In today's video, we're going to change that. We'll start by revealing the 4 breakfast foods seniors should never eat, even if you've been eating them for years. These are the foods that may seem familiar and comforting, but are secretly contributing to fatigue, joint pain, and even sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle. Then we'll introduce you to the 4 breakfast staples you absolutely should be eating, foods that fuel your muscles, support healthy aging, and set you up for a vibrant day. This isn't about dieting. It's about fueling your body with the nutrients it truly needs at this stage of life. Because when you eat right in the morning, everything else becomes easier. Your energy, your memory, your movement, and even your mood. So grab your coffee or tea, settle in, and let's dive into the small breakfast changes that can make a big difference in how you feel, today and in the years to come. As we grow older, every meal we eat carries more weight, especially breakfast. After a full night of fasting, your body wakes up needing fuel to jumpstart its metabolism, stabilize blood sugar, and rebuild tissues, including muscle. But here's the challenge. The aging body doesn't process food the same way it once did. In our younger years, we could get away with a high-sugar breakfast and bounce back without much trouble. But past 60, the body becomes more sensitive to shifts in blood sugar, more prone to inflammation, and less efficient at absorbing nutrients like protein and healthy fats, nutrients essential for muscle preservation and energy. Let's talk about blood sugar first. After 60, insulin sensitivity tends to decline. This means your cells aren't as responsive to insulin's signal to absorb sugar from the bloodstream. When you eat a sugary breakfast, like cereal, muffins, or juice, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. Because your body struggles to respond as efficiently, this leads to a crash soon after. The result? You feel tired, irritable, and hungry again, often within an hour or two. These blood sugar swings also increase the risk of fat gain and muscle loss, especially if you're not getting enough protein in your diet. And when muscle breaks down faster than it rebuilds, it leads to a condition called sarcopenia, a gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that affects balance, mobility, and independence. Breakfast choices that are low in protein and high in refined carbs worsen this condition, setting the stage for frailty over time. Now let's look at nutrient absorption. Older adults need more of certain nutrients, like vitamin D, B vitamins, magnesium, and protein, to maintain strong bones and muscles. But the stomach produces less acid with age, making it harder to break down and absorb nutrients, especially from processed foods. That means you need to be more strategic about what you eat, focusing on nutrient-dense whole foods that are easy to digest and rich in muscle-supporting components. One of the most overlooked needs in a senior's diet is protein at breakfast. Many people skip protein in the morning or rely on small amounts, like what's found in toast or a muffin. But protein is the cornerstone of muscle repair. Without it, your body lacks the raw materials to rebuild muscle tissue, especially after physical activity. That's why starting your day with eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein-rich smoothie can make such a significant difference in how you feel and move. And let's not forget healthy fats. Seniors often fear fat due to outdated dietary advice. But the truth is, fats are essential, especially monounsaturated fats found in foods like avocados and nuts. They help absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, reduce inflammation in the joints, and provide long-lasting energy without spiking blood sugar. Fiber is also crucial. Foods that are stripped of fiber, like white bread or fruit juice, digest too quickly and contribute to blood sugar instability. Whole grains, fruits like berries and vegetables, are rich in soluble and insoluble fiber, which slow digestion, feed gut bacteria, and help maintain a healthy weight, all while promoting smoother digestion, which often becomes more sluggish with age. So, in summary, the science is clear. Seniors need more protein, more fiber, more healthy fats, and less sugar and processed carbs in the morning. A breakfast that balances these elements sets the tone for the entire day, helping maintain strength, improve focus, and support long-term independence. That's why it's so important to learn not just what to add, but what to avoid. In the next section, we'll walk through 4 common breakfast foods that may be doing more harm than good, and what to eat instead to support your health after 60. 1. Breakfast food. Seniors should never eat 1. Sugary cereals. For many seniors, sugary breakfast cereals are a nostalgic and easy morning choice. They're convenient, colorful, and often marketed as part of a balanced breakfast. But the truth is, these cereals are one of the worst things you can put on your plate after 60. Why? Because most sugary cereals are loaded with refined sugars and stripped of essential nutrients like fiber, protein, and healthy fats. When you eat a bowl of these cereals, you're flooding your body with fast-digesting sugar that causes a rapid spike in blood glucose. For seniors whose insulin sensitivity has likely declined with age, this spike can be especially harmful. After the high comes the crash, leaving you feeling sluggish, moody, and unmotivated. Even worse, sugary cereals lack the key nutrients needed to build or maintain lean muscle mass, which naturally declines with age. This makes it harder to stay active and independent. Let's take the example of Harry Montgomery, a 76-year-old retired engineer. For years, Harry started his day with a bowl of cereal, thinking it was a light and healthy option. But he found himself constantly tired, with aching joints and no energy for his morning walks. After consulting his doctor, he made the switch to oatmeal topped with berries and walnuts. Within weeks, his energy levels improved and he felt noticeably stronger. The takeaway is simple. Ditch the sugar-laden cereals and opt for a hearty, fiber-rich breakfast that fuels your muscles and supports steady energy. No crash required. 2. Breakfast food. Seniors should never eat number 2. Fruit juices. Fruit juices, especially those labeled 100% juice, often seem like a smart and refreshing way to start the day. But for seniors, they're one of the sneakiest sources of sugar and a major culprit behind energy crashes and muscle fatigue. Here's why. When you drink fruit juice, you're consuming the natural sugars from multiple fruits, all stripped of their fiber. Without fiber to slow digestion, the sugars rush into your bloodstream, causing a sharp spike in blood sugar, followed by a rapid drop. This sugar roller coaster can leave you feeling tired, hungry, and more likely to overeat later in the day. For older adults with insulin resistance, prediabetes, or blood sugar concerns, this can be especially risky. The body becomes overwhelmed trying to manage the sugar spike, leading to increased fat storage and accelerated muscle loss. The very opposite of what you want in your later years. Take Gloria Thomas, a 70-year-old retired nurse. She loved starting her day with a tall glass of orange juice. But over time, she felt more tired, experienced frequent muscle aches, and started skipping her morning walks. After replacing juice with a smoothie made from leafy greens, berries, and a scoop of protein powder, Gloria noticed improved energy and far less stiffness. Instead of reaching for the juice carton, try whole fruits or a fiber and protein-rich smoothie. You'll get the same great taste and nutrients without the sugar crash or damage to your muscle health. 3. Breakfast food. Seniors should never eat. 3. Low-fat yogurt. Low-fat yogurt is often marketed as a health food, especially for older adults watching their weight. But what many seniors don't realize is that low-fat yogurt strips away exactly what your body needs, healthy fats and adequate protein, while often replacing them with hidden sugars. When the fat is removed from yogurt, it loses its natural creaminess and flavor. To make up for this, many brands add sweeteners, artificial flavors, or stabilizers. What you're left with is a food that may look light on the label, but actually spikes blood sugar, causes energy crashes, and leaves you feeling hungrier just an hour later. Fat is not the enemy. In fact, seniors need healthy fats to absorb key vitamins, such as vitamin D, which is vital for muscle strength and bone health. And when you're not getting enough fat or protein, your body can't properly recover or rebuild muscle tissue, something already declining with age. Consider Phyllis Washington, a 75-year-old retired teacher. She believed she was making a smart choice with her daily cup of low-fat yogurt, but she constantly felt fatigued and noticed gradual weight gain. After working with a nutritionist, she swapped it for full-fat Greek yogurt, rich in protein and natural fats. In just a few weeks, she felt more energized and noticed improved muscle tone. So next time you reach for yogurt, skip the low-fat and go for full-fat Greek options. They're more satisfying, better for blood sugar, and far more effective at supporting muscle and energy in your golden years. 4. Breakfast food. Seniors should never eat. But before. Muffins. Muffins are a popular grab-and-go breakfast, often seen as a lighter alternative to donuts or pastries. But don't let their innocent look fool you. Most muffins, especially store-bought or packaged varieties, are loaded with refined flour, added sugars, and unhealthy fats, making them one of the worst choices for seniors. The problem begins with the ingredients. Muffins are typically made with white flour, which has been stripped of its natural fiber and nutrients. Combine that with a heavy dose of sugar, and you have a food that digests rapidly, leading to a sharp rise and fall in blood glucose levels. This can cause seniors to feel a burst of energy, followed by fatigue, sluggishness, and increased cravings. Even worse, muffins provide almost no protein, the very nutrient you need to protect muscle mass and support strength. Without enough protein to balance the sugar, your body struggles to repair tissues, leading to weakness, muscle soreness, and a slower metabolism. Vera Harding, a 72-year-old retiree from Minneapolis, loved starting her day with a blueberry muffin and coffee. But over time she noticed her energy dwindling and her legs aching after her morning walks. After speaking with her doctor, she switched to whole grain toast with avocado and hard-boiled eggs. Her muscle soreness eased, and she felt stronger and more focused during the day. If you're craving something baked in the morning, try a homemade oat-based muffin or whole grain toast with protein. Your body will thank you with better energy, stronger muscles, and fewer aches. 5. Breakfast food. Seniors must eat. Number 1. Whole grains. When it comes to building a strong foundation for the day, few foods compare to whole grains. Unlike refined grains, which are stripped of fiber and nutrients, whole grains retain the bran and germ, parts rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber that seniors need to maintain steady energy and muscle strength. Whole grains like steel-cut oats, quinoa, whole wheat toast, and brown rice digest more slowly, releasing glucose gradually into the bloodstream. This helps prevent blood sugar spikes and crashes, an especially important benefit for older adults managing insulin sensitivity or energy dips throughout the day. They're also a powerful source of B vitamins, magnesium, and iron, which play critical roles in muscle function, nerve health, and red blood cell production. And thanks to their high fiber content, whole grains also support digestive regularity and help you feel full longer, reducing the temptation to snack on processed foods later. Clara Martin, a 78-year-old retired teacher from Utah, used to eat white toast with eggs every morning, but she often felt bloated and sluggish by midday. After switching to steel-cut oats with almond butter and berries, she noticed better digestion and a more sustained level of energy all day long. Whether you're making overnight oats, whole grain pancakes, or a hearty bowl of warm quinoa, incorporating whole grains into breakfast supports long-term vitality. Pair them with healthy fats and protein, and you've got a balanced meal that's gentle on digestion, stabilizes energy, and fuels stronger muscles as you age. 6. Breakfast food. Seniors must eat. Number 2. Avocados. Creamy, satisfying, and packed with nutrients, avocados are one of the best additions seniors can make to their breakfast routine. Unlike processed spreads or sugary breakfast toppings, avocados offer a clean, whole food source of healthy fats, fiber, potassium, and antioxidants, nutrients that become increasingly essential with age. One of the standout benefits of avocados is their richness in monounsaturated fats, which help reduce inflammation and support heart health. These fats are also critical for muscle repair and hormone balance, enabling your body to function more efficiently and recover faster after physical activity. For seniors experiencing joint pain, muscle soreness, or fatigue, this anti-inflammatory effect can make a big difference. Avocados are also high in potassium, a mineral that helps regulate fluid balance, muscle contractions, and nerve signals. Many older adults don't get enough potassium, leading to cramps or weakness, especially after exercise or during warmer months. Adding avocado to your breakfast helps combat this, while also promoting better nutrient absorption, including fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Marty Stevens, 74, had always felt tired after her walks. Once she began adding half an avocado to her morning toast, her energy improved, and post-walk soreness decreased. "It's like my body just responds better now," she said. For a simple upgrade, try avocado on whole wheat toast, blended into a smoothie, or diced over scrambled eggs. It's not just a trendy food. It's a muscle-supporting powerhouse that helps you stay energized, strong, and satisfied throughout the day. 7. Breakfast foods. Seniors must eat. Number 3 and number 4. Eggs and berries. Let's round out your breakfast with 2 nutrient-rich powerhouses that deserve a permanent place on every senior's plate: eggs and berries. Eggs. Together, they provide the perfect balance of high-quality protein, antioxidants, healthy fats, and fiber. Exactly what your aging body needs to stay strong, mobile, and energized. First, let's talk about eggs. Eggs are one of the most complete sources of protein available, containing all 9 essential amino acids that help repair and build muscle tissue. This is critical for seniors, especially those trying to prevent or reverse sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Eggs also provide vitamin D, which supports bone health and joint function, 2 areas that naturally decline with age. For Walter Patterson, a 79-year-old retired architect, Simply adding 2 eggs to his breakfast made a noticeable difference. Within weeks, he felt stronger during his daily walks and had more energy to enjoy his hobbies. "I finally feel like myself again," he said. "Now add in a handful of berries, like blueberries, strawberries, or blackberries, and you have a meal that fights inflammation, protects muscle fibers, and improves recovery." Berries are loaded with vitamin C and flavonoids, powerful antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, which can otherwise slow down healing and increase soreness. Margaret Ferguson, 78, started adding berries to her oatmeal each morning. Soon her post-gardening aches eased, and she noticed more flexibility and faster recovery. Together, eggs and berries create a breakfast that is easy to prepare, deeply nourishing, and full of muscle-supporting nutrients. It's a simple, delicious way to support your strength every single morning. Take a moment and think back to your last few mornings. Did your breakfast leave you feeling energized, alert, and ready to take on the day? Or did it leave you feeling tired, sluggish, or achy, just going through the motions, waiting for the energy to kick in? Too often we assume this fatigue is just a normal part of getting older. But in many cases it's not your age, it's your breakfast. As we've seen, some of the most common foods that seniors rely on, sugary cereals, fruit juice, low-fat yogurt, muffins, are doing far more harm than good. They spike your blood sugar, drain your energy, and rob your muscles of the nutrients they need to stay strong. They're familiar, yes. They may even feel comforting. But over time they chip away at your strength, your independence, and your vitality. It doesn't have to be that way. Every morning offers you a fresh start, a chance to nourish your body, protect your strength, and set the tone for the rest of your day. And the best part? It doesn't require a major overhaul, just a few simple swaps, adding whole grains instead of white toast, enjoying full-fat Greek yogurt instead of sugar-laden low-fat versions, or topping your plate with a few eggs and berries can make all the difference. Because the truth is, your body is still capable of building muscle, still capable of healing, still capable of feeling strong and full of life. But you have to give it the right tools. And breakfast is where that begins. I've seen it time and again, seniors who made small changes to their morning routine and found themselves walking farther, standing taller, feeling more alert and more alive. Their joints hurt less. Their minds felt clearer. Their strength returned. And so did their confidence. You deserve that too. You've spent decades taking care of others, showing up for family, working hard, pushing through. Now it's time to take care of you, starting with your first meal of the day. Because the choices you make in the morning don't just affect how you feel today. They shape how you age, how you move, how you live. So ask yourself, are the foods on your breakfast table helping you live the life you want? Or are they slowly holding you back? It's never too late to make a better choice. And it starts with one powerful question. What will you put on your plate tomorrow morning? Let that decision be the first step toward renewed energy, strength, and a healthier, more vibrant future. You've earned it. By now you've seen just how much your breakfast choices can shape the rest of your day and your future. This isn't just about food. It's about freedom. It's about living with energy, strength, and confidence, no matter your age. You don't need to go on a strict diet or cut out everything you love. What you need is clarity, a better understanding of what fuels your body and what quietly wears it down. You've now got that knowledge. The next step is putting it into action. Start small. Maybe tomorrow, instead of pouring a bowl of sugary cereal, you try a warm serving of steel-cut oats with blueberries and a few walnuts. Instead of a glass of juice, you sip a smoothie packed with spinach, berries, and protein. And maybe you swap that low-fat yogurt for a rich, creamy Greek yogurt that actually nourishes your muscles and keeps you full. These aren't sacrifices. They're upgrades, smart, empowering choices that honor the incredible body that's carried you this far. And if you've already made some of these changes, tell us about it. What's worked for you? What changes have helped you feel stronger, more energized, more alive? We want to hear your story. You're not alone on this journey. There's a whole community of older adults making small changes for big results, one breakfast at a time. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might be unknowingly sabotaging their mornings. These small insights could mean a world of difference to someone you care about. And if you haven't already, subscribe to ElderSpark and tap the notification bell. Every week we bring you tips, inspiration and practical wisdom to help you age with strength, grace and purpose. Your best years aren't behind you. They're just waiting for the right fuel. Let's move forward, one bite at a time. Let's quickly recap what we covered in today's video. We began by exposing the 4 common breakfast foods seniors should avoid. Sugary cereals that spike your blood sugar and drain your energy. Fruit juices that lack fiber and overload your system with sugar. Low-fat yogurts that rob you of healthy fats and sneak in added sugars. Muffins packed with refined flour and little to no protein. Then we shared the 4 must-eat breakfast staples that support muscle strength, steady energy, and overall vitality. Whole grains for sustained energy and digestive support. Avocados for anti-inflammatory, healthy fats and potassium. Eggs for complete protein and muscle repair. Berries for antioxidants, fiber, and joint protection. Remember, breakfast isn't just the first meal of the day. It's your first opportunity to care for your aging body and set yourself up for success. Make the switch, one food at a time, and you'll start to feel the difference in your strength, your energy, and your quality of life. Here's to better mornings and a healthier you.